Now let's go to the basic conceptual uh, part, or the base part of the Indian classical music. But before we get into the uh, theoretical part, I just wanted to mention one thing, that uh, time is an infinite constant. But for humankind, we have developed certain units, certain measuring units to measure time. We could we could keep a check on our dimension. That is why there are measuring units for time, such as like hours, days, or months, years, hours, minutes, seconds. In Hindi, we have got pairs. The entire 24 hours is divided into eight equal divisions, which is called pair. My basic, what I want to uh, emphasize on is that human beings have always developed a system or concepts in order to measure this infinite concept called time. And this is done to simplify our understanding of our division of our dimension. Similarly, in Indian classical music, both in Carnatic and Hindustani, we also measure time, and we have also created measuring units for time. And just like uh, second is considered to be the smallest unit to measure time in general, Indian classical music, Hindustani classical music, as well as Carnatic classical music, they mark in these kind of music. Matra is considered to be the smallest unit or the shortest unit to measure time cycle. A matra can be denoted as a single stroke, and a combination of matra forms laya, or a rhythm pattern. I hope you guys have understood the smallest integer by which we uh, Indian classical musicians measure time. Now let's move to uh, the basic framework called Theka. So Theka is the basic framework or the base on which uh, all of the compositions are made. You can imagine it to be like a basic foundation on which the entire building is being constructed. So Theka is the basic foundation on which the entire building is constructed, or the entire presentation or the performance presentation, like the kaidas, the relas, guts, and tukra, and other such compositions are made. So Theka plays a very vital role. Now, like I had already mentioned, that a group of matras make laya, and if there is a set group of matra, let's say there are 16 matras, then that composition becomes a theka. So now, with that being said, Let's move on to the basic theka or the foundational theka in Indian classical, Hindustani classical music, which is Teentaal. Teentaal comprises of 16 beats. Now, 16 beats is there, but uh, the just like in generally, uh, like I had told you earlier about phases. For example, there are divisional phases such as dawn, dusk, and morning, evening, afternoon, midnight. All of these are phases. So similarly, Theka also has divisions, and there can be n numbers of divisions. Each specific Theka has its own divisions. So now we are going to focus on Teentaal. By the way, these divisions are called Vibhags. Vibhag. Vibhags. Teentaal, because our primary focus is on Teentaal because we are going to learn Teentaal today. So Teentaal has 4 divisions. Now it is counted, and each division comprises of 4 matras. So in the in other words, we can say a vibhag is a division comprising of set numbers of matras. For example, Teentaal has 4 matras in its single vibhag, and it has 4 vibhags.